Hey there, it's Michael Greenwood. Yeah, so for this video, I'm going to show you how to edit a video in DaVinci Resolve. It's just going to be a quick one. I'm not going to go into too much detail in this. This is just going to be like the path of least resistance. But I am actually genuinely editing this video right now, so I need to do it anyway. So I thought I'd, record this and so you can see how I do it. So I have got the memory card here, and these are the clips. So I filmed this with the Sony A7 IV. So this is the clip. It's a 40.6 gig MP4. And I'm just going to load up DaVinci Resolve. Right, so new project. So it's been file, new project. Don't need to show you that bit. And yeah, so we're just going to drag that file into here. This is how I do it. There's a load of ways of doing this, but this is just showing you how I do it. So it's going to ask if we want to change project frame rate. Yeah, change, that's fine. And then because I'm not going to be cutting this at all, I'm just going to go straight in and make the adjustments that I need to make. Now, because I've done the audio for this with the Rode Wireless Pro, I've used the safety track. So that means that the left-hand channel is higher than the right-hand channel. I'll show you that actually here. So if you have a look at these levels, you'll see that the left is actually higher because the safety channel is on the right-hand side. So all I'm going to do is right click on the timeline, move myself to the left, right click on the timeline, and then go into clip attributes and then audio. And then I'm going to just simply leave it on stereo. We've got embedded channel 1, which is left, which is the one that I want. And then I just want to change the right channel to embedded channel 1 and then click on OK. Now, if I go back now to the audio, I will see that it's completely the same. Next thing that I like to do is I've got a bit of a default setting here under normalize audio level, so I like to just do some normalization. So I mean, you can try different things yourself, but I like normalization mode true peak, and then just to click on normalize on that one. Now this is going to be a big old clip, but once this is done, I'll just show you how to render this out. So I'm rendering it out as 4K, put it onto YouTube because I want it to be available in 4K. So I could just render it out in HD. That's fine as well, but it might as well, since we're shooting in 4K. I'm mostly shooting 4K, just as this is normalizing in real time. I'll just go on a bit more about how to edit videos. So what else you could be doing is actually cutting the clips, which I'm not going to show you in this video, but I will show you in a video if you want. It's up to you. Yeah, I'll probably do a video on that as well. But yeah, for this, I'm purposefully just recording without any editing, so it's nice and authentic as well. So there's different times to do that. Sometimes you might want to just hit record and then just talk, just as the talking head, and this is just like a vloggy style one. Or you just might want to do some nice fancy editing. Often what I find is I look at the videos that get views and likes and engagement and stuff like that, and sometimes they are just the me talking to camera. I suppose it depends how engaging the hook is as well. I mean, I did a video the other day. This is kind of a continuation on that. I'm unpacking that, how to stay motivated when you're feeling like giving up, and that must have been the message. It got 30 views and 5 likes out of that, which is a good view to like ratio. So that's not too bad. To start off with that, it's quite a high proportion of likes to views on that. Anyway, we're nearly done with the normalization. So let's move on to the next stage. So what we're going to do now is going to actually launch the video. So I'm going to give it a title, and I'm just going to export that as 4K I'm actually going to do it as H.265. And then, yeah, so when you're in the UK, if you do it as 25 frames per second, that's what you want to shoot in. So you don't want to change this now at this stage. But this particular video was in 24 FPS, or 23.976. But yeah, generally speaking, if you're in America, you want to shoot in 24. If you're in UK or Europe, you want to be 25, general rule. Got me a nice blinking shot there. Just move that on. So I'm just going to call this, I think, what is it now? Stay motivated. In fact, let's try motivation versus discipline. Like that. So, yeah. I'm just going to go to render that then. So as I add it to the render queue, save it, and then we're just going to render all. Now that's going to render, that's going to probably take about 14-15 minutes, because it is about a 55 or minute clip or something like that. Now this is the laptop that I'm rendering this out on is quite high end actually. It is an M1, but it's a M1 Max, so it's an Apple MacBook Pro M1 Max with 32 gig of memory, which is quite a bit. So it'll basically just eat up this kind of task really, and there's no special effects on there. There's really nothing to that video, to this video. So it's going to just like eat through this. If you tried this on like like a lesser machine, it would take longer. Obviously, there's like M3s, M4s now, but the M1, it's if you can pick one of these up, it's really good bang for your buck. These are quite a few grand when they first came out. So yeah, it depends. This is my main editing machine. I do prefer a laptop these days rather than a desktop. They're just a lot more mobile, and actually they do everything. It does everything that I need it to do. To be fair, so that's absolutely fine. But anyway, yeah. So I'm gonna continue to edit this out, and then I'll upload. Work on the usual like titles, tags, and thumbnails, etc. And then see if you like this. I'll probably stick it on other social media as well. This one. But yeah, that's how you do a bit of editing on, and I'm recording this in Loom just in case you're wondering. So look, I'm just recording this in Loom. I'm using the camera on the MacBook Pro, even though I filmed this on the video that I'm editing on the Sony A7 IV with a 55 millimeter Sony Zeiss. One of my favorite lenses actually. You can see the lovely depth of field there. Even in this relatively small room, just my home office here that I'm filming this in. So yeah, let me know if this video is useful at all. It's just that little nuance, really, where little technique to make sure the audio is correct there. Because have you ever watched a video where, especially on headphones, where you can tell that the sound's coming out of the left more than the right, or it's just coming out of the left? That's a big no-no. It's quite disorientating. It's not a professional way of creating video, so you need to make that equal. What's a safety track, just in case you're not sure, actually? I've just assumed that you are. I mean, obviously, make a ass out of you and me if you assume, as I say. So a safety track is that extra margin of safety when you're recording. So let's say I would have clipped or gone over 0 dB, when I were recording. Let's say you're rushing about, or you're a videographer who's wearing multiple hats. You're having to deal with the lighting. You're having to deal with the audio, the video. Maybe you're directing as well. Maybe you're interviewing as well as a busy videographer spinning multiple plates. It's one less thing to worry about than monitoring your audio. So get your audio right, obviously, but it just means that if somebody suddenly also raises the voice or laughs, and then they speak quite quietly like that, you've got some margin of safety. Now, the thing is, the Rode Wireless Pro has also got 32-bit float, so you've got even more margin of safety, even more redundancy. So you've got that internal recording as well. So it really is one of the best recorders, sound recorders that's there in the market for a really good price. And the price has come down as well when I've checked recently. So it's still what I recommend of Rode Wireless Pro. I think the mics, the actual construction of the mics could be better. The mic clips in particular have got a bit loose over time. It's a bit frustrating. So one of them the one that I've used most, the one that's been on top of the packers have been getting them out and doing just single person interviews and stuff like that. It started to loosen, so it's started to fall off actually. So I'm gonna have to sort that out on there. Maybe use a different lav or something. Got a few lavs anyway, so it's no problem. But I could, maybe swapping that out. And then just as this is rendered out, so it's taking another 9 minutes. I just wanted to talk about another mic while I'm on this video as well. So yeah, this is another mic that I've had my eye on actually. I've seen a lot of people using this. Now, one of the things is when you're a busy business person, and videography is part of what I do, but it's not all I do. I run paid ads, manage a team, do sales, marketing, all that kind of thing. So when I'm doing a videography job, I'm quite busy. I'm very mindful that I want to, if there's some efficiency that I can create by using like technology that's smaller, it's less to carry, you can fit more in a camera bag and stuff like that, then I am always on the lookout for something that's more efficient. It's going to make me life easier and fewer things to go wrong. So fewer variables, to kind of manage and mitigate risk for. So one of the things that I've been looking at, and I'm asked about which mic I recommend a lot, is this. It's the Oliland Lark M2, and there is a M2, I think S now. I think there's the M2S, so I'll just show you that one as well. Now, I'm thinking about actually getting the M2. The M2S is more expensive, and it's I think it's less versatile though, because it's very easy to clip on. But the reason why I don't think I'm interested in this one in particular is because it's say if you're wearing a t-shirt, then you'd only be able to put it on the top, and I like to have a mic a bit further down near the kind of diaphragm area, so you're getting a richer, thicker sound. Now the thing is, I prefer, I think, the M2, which is the older version, the older variant. So it's this one, and it's magnetic, so you can actually put the magnet inside the t-shirt or whatever, or ladies' blouse or whatever, and then this can be a lot more versatile. So I've seen some people kind of put a black sticker over the logo as well. I've seen that done. I've seen Alex Amosi do that in one of his talking heads, and that looks pretty good as well. But I've seen a lot of people using these. Now I've got loads of mics. Obviously, I'm on an iron mic now, which is a Shure SM7B. So I'm well into my mics, and I'm really into audio quality. And by the way, if you're wondering which headphones these are the Beyerdynamics. So these are actually, I think the DT900 Pro X. So these are really nice, particularly for editing actually. If you know much about headphones, then you get open or closed back, and usually you want closed back ones if you're actually recording, but open back can be good for when you're editing. So that's another kind of rabbit hole for you to go down if you're not familiar with headphones and you wanted to get into. Maybe you're a small business owner looking at filming yourself, getting more content out there. Maybe you're a content creator, wants to pick up some more tips. Maybe you're a fellow videographer, just wondering, what I've been up to with video these days and all that kind of thing. So the thing is, in terms of videography, I see myself as an entrepreneur, business person first. So I am a digital marketer, and I do video quite extensively in the business. So it is a reasonably large chunk of the business. Paid ads brings in more revenue, but videography is a decent chunk. Now, the thing is, in terms of what I enjoy in the business, I know it's not always about what you enjoy. It's often about, you know, what makes money, what's profitable, and sometimes business can be boring, and we can't, as entrepreneurs, necessarily just chop and change and get shiny object syndrome and stuff like that. But I must say that when I am filming and out and about, or in the little studio filming, I am in my element, and I do really enjoy you know, the filming aspect of it. I've got a full-time editor, so I'm not really doing much editing. With podcasts, what I'm doing is I am mostly doing like rough cuts on it to make sure that we're getting the right stuff in, and then I'm passing it to my editor, and that's the way I've been kind of working that. So that's working quite well for me, and I would eventually like to replace myself in that task as well. So anyway, yeah, a big tangent there, but I was talking about the Olyland Lark M2. I really like this. When at first glance, you might be confused with these options. Why are the 5 different ones, and you can get in black or white as well? The white looks really cool, doesn't it? But that might show up more, but maybe that's, well, it's got the black and white as well, so we're going to sell like a white shirt, but yeah, I've seen them in black quite a lot. Right, so what are all these options? Why are the different prices? Right, so for newer iPhones, I think it's 15 and 16, you'll be on USB-C, so you would be getting this version. So that's for the iPhone 15 and 16. Actually, it doesn't mention, they should really update, that's the 16. If you want one that you can use for camera, iPhone and Android, so old iPhone, new iPhone, and Android, because bear in mind that Android is USB-C. Old iPhone, when I say old iPhone, anything up to and including 14 is going to be USB-C. Yeah, so if you want to get an all-in-one one that you can use with a mirrorless camera as well, so you got this one, then you get this one. So you've got 2 transmitters and 3 different receivers. So you've got 1 Lightning, 1 USB-C, and 1. In fact, I'm in the way. Let's move myself. So if I'm showing you like this, I'll show you like that. Yeah. So 2 transmitters, that one and that one. You've got this one, which is Lightning, so that's going to be iPhone up to and including 14. This one, which is USB-C, and then this one, which is for a mirrorless camera, or anything with a cold shoe, really, with a 3.5, basically. You get a little 3.5 wire with it as well. Now, the thing is, when would I use this? Well, I'm going to buy this, but I'm going to buy this whole kit. Why would I use this? So what are the pros and cons? So pros are, one of my biggest kind of things to do at the moment when I'm filming is getting a lav on somebody, getting a lavalier mic on somebody, and you know, and that can it's another step basically, and then, you know, checking that it's in the right position and all that kind of thing. So it's another step, and a lot of the stuff I do is it's kind of like run and gun. It's kind of like busy small business, and they can't afford to have business disruption really. And if I'm doing, like, for example, video testimonials, it's sometimes one after another, and there's sometimes a finite window of opportunity to get these. So it might be I might have 5 minutes with them or something like that, and I need to get a decent interview. So I usually pick a spot in the business, set up a light or two. It's usually, a lot of the time, it's not like a big 3-4 point lighting, perfect lighting situation. It kind of is where it is. So it's like done is better than perfect. So it's a couple of cameras usually. So I've got a cam and a B cam, and I've usually got a 35, and then, you know, punching into a 55 or 85, and then I'm usually filming in landscape, and then I'm gonna be aware with my guidelines for punching into vertical for reels and stuff like that. So I'm usually looking at getting like a 2 to 5 minute video, something like that, and then creating some 30-second to 60-second clips with it, reels, so vertical reels and stuff like that. And then you can have them 4x5, and so your 1080 by 1350 as well. and then square as well, so 1080 by 1080. But it's mostly an horizontal and a vertical. Those are the two de facto standards in my world anyway. Some of you guys might do it differently. This is the way that I do it. So I'm just kind of teaching the path of least resistance on these things. So look, if you were going to film your own content and you're watching this as a micro business owner, I would recommend this mic. I've not bought it yet, so it's not from personal experience, but I've seen enough about this mic. I've watched enough reviews. I know enough about audio to know that this is a great mic, even at this price. So for what this is a great price as well, to say that you can use it with all these different devices. This is solving a big problem for a lot of people of getting good quality audio, having the mic close to them and stuff like that. But also the big pro for me, the reason why I've got mics that are more expensive than this with more features on them. So why am I thinking about getting this mic? So the reason I'm well, not thinking about it, I'm getting this mic. So why am I buying this mic even though I've got other mics? So I'm buying the LA combo version so I can use it with wireless as well. Right. It's for convenience. The most convenient thing about this mic is there's actually no 3.5 for a lavalier, which might be a disadvantage or not. It does come with wind protectors, so the furry wind protectors as well, so you can use it outside. But this is mostly going to be for convenience of putting something that's button size onto talent to film them really quickly. So this is not for high production value. Filming big commercials where you've got to hide the tape and all that kind of thing. The lavalier mic. This is for it's okay to show a lav mic on the talent. So this is going to be for most of the stuff that I do. Really, will show the mic. It's mostly commercial. It's mostly small businesses filming content for the social media and YouTube and website and stuff like that. And that's fine to have anything like that. So the pro is that it's magnet on the back, and then you've got that sticking on there. So that's kind of how it looks. The reservation that I've got, and the thing that I probably will be doing is I will be sticking something black on there, like a black blank sticker, most probably on there, so that we don't have the logo, because then we might run into issues with that at some point. So we don't want that kind of thing. So probably stick something over it. Might not in certain circumstances, but probably stick something over it. Now, would I rely on this for certain jobs if I don't have any redundancy? Now, at the moment, I will use the Rode Wireless Pro because I know it's got the 32-bit float, and I'll use that a lot of the time on its own for certain jobs. I like to have redundancy, though. I'm a little bit paranoid when it comes to audio, so I like to have multiple audio sources. You can often, even if video fails, you've still got the audio. You can still put B-roll over it. You can still nip back and do a bit of B-roll and kind of get around that. But if your audio fails and you don't have good clean audio, then you kind of snookered when it comes to productions. So it depends the level that the production's at. If you did screw up like a 1 hour production, what's gonna how are you mitigating that risk? So it's worth having different mics. So I usually most of the time do not run with just one mic, but sometimes I will, and that mic will usually be the Rode Wireless Pro, because you've got the internal recording, you've got a 32-bit flow, and I back it up with a safety channel. So it's like, unless the device itself went wrong, and I'm closely monitoring that as well, between different takes and every few minutes, and keeping a good eye on that as well. So that's fine. So I have been known, and I do just rely on that. Would I rely on this one in those circumstances? If it was, you'll sometimes get talent who's quite dynamic in terms of the sometimes they'll go really laugh and really high, and then sometimes they'll whisper and they'll draw you in, and you know, to shake things up a little bit sometimes. So yeah, but yeah, I'm really interested in this. The price, I think the price point is fantastic for what it is. And also to say that the Rode Wireless Pro, which I use, Wireless Pro, which I use most of the time, is, wow, a great price now. So 276. So that's a great price. I don't think it's from, it's from a third party, but yeah, 276 brand new, which is a great price because I must have paid $330 and I had a deal on that were about $350 when I bought this. This is fantastic. I'll tell you, like, really briefly, what kind of winds me up about this. It is a prosumer device, so at some point it probably will stop working. You know, a bit of that'll be a few years down the line, because I had the predecessor to it, and I've still got it, the Rode Wireless Go 2, so the Mark II version. That doesn't have the 32-bit float, but that one of the transmitters failed on that, so it kept switching itself off. So it became unreliable, and that's when I bought the Rode Wireless Pro. So these, from experience, with my anecdotal, particular experience of using these, I would expect, couple of 2 or 3 years, something like that, moderate use with these, and that's me, just my my example, and that obviously will be out of warranty at that point. But for what it is, for the price, that is fantastic. That is professional quality audio. You can go into I don't know, Adobe Audition and make some more tweaks and stuff like that, or go into DaVinci and do some more bits and pieces. But out of the box, it's really good. Right, so that's what I've been using for this particular video. Right, back to this edit then. So are we ready to go? Can I even get to the video? Sorry, the DaVinci. Right, so that's taken 14 minutes and 45 seconds. This overall video is just over 14 minutes and 45 seconds. I'm blinking again. What's going on here? So yeah. But anyway, I'm going to upload this now. If you found it interesting, informative, great. If not, sorry. And I'll see you next time. And you can see the difference, can't you? Can you see the difference between filming with a Sony A7 IV and filming just with the it still looks good, with the MacBook Pro. It still looks good. The M1 MacBook Pro, it still looks pretty good, but you just don't get the depth of field, do you, with that and all that kind of thing. We've got a funny angle as well because we're kind of, but yeah, you can see the difference with a nice camera and lens. Yeah. So see you next time. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and yeah.